Hi everybody, it's video log day 50. Though it's not really the 50th day because I've been kind of doing this sparingly, but I'll probably try to do them a little bit early, more frequent, because I really wanted to note down this journey that I'm going through, though I'm not sure when the end will be or a significant accomplishment, but I do want to keep a record of it, so when I get old and have to look back, then I can say, oh look, on this day I did this. So today is Sunday, the weather is awesome again. I spent a little bit more time with my pets and my mom. We went to the park. It's kind of funny because our park is really not that far away. I think if I walk, I would say about 10 to 15 minutes. However, if I walk my pup, who is now almost 14 years old, he is also a Pekingese, so he walks very small. Walks very slow because he's got very short legs, and he's getting older, so he is walking very slow. So by the time we get to the park, it'll probably take about 30 minutes, and he'll probably be really tired, so he doesn't get to enjoy the park as much. So we've been kind of driving to the park lately with my Pekingese Lucky, and as well as Teddy, who is a Husky Labrador. And then we hang out in the park, and it's a lot of fun. I think Teddy is getting a little older. I mean, he's 4. He's not old, but because he's not a puppy anymore, there's many things that he become more mature, and he knows what's going on. So even if I kind of let him off of loose leash, he doesn't really run around too much. So I kind of tie him with like a what do I have, a 30 feet leash, and I kind of just let him walk around himself. So I do watch him just to make sure, in case if there's anybody or any danger usually. But since we usually get there around noon and there's not a lot of people, a lot of times it's actually quite empty at the park, so he's actually have all the room for himself, two room around, but he doesn't really do it. He kind of stays near me anyways. But today it was really funny because he tried to chase the squirrel a couple times, and normally I won't let him chase them, but my mom kept assuring me that there's no way he can catch a squirrel, so I kind of let him, and she was right. He was getting better at it though. Like, he kind of stalks them, kind of like a predator, where he steps toward them very slowly, and it had very still until he gets very close to them. But as soon as they start moving, the little squirrel is like, nope, and then they dash toward a tree, up the tree trunk, and he's gone. So, but it was kind of cool to watch him having fun, running around a little bit, catching squirrels that most likely he will not be able to catch. But it's good to kind of give him freedom and run around. That reminds me, because a few weeks ago, his training school, he goes to daycare 2 times a week, and his training school set up this track called, I might not pronounce this correctly, Lear track. So it basically just means that they set up this running path, right? And it's probably some sort of nylon or some sort of material that's very sturdy, and it pulls this little lure at the end, so it kind of attracts and stimulates the dog's hunting abilities, so then he can follow around, get some exercise, and get his little chasing instinct out of the way. So, and he tried that in school, and it seems like he had a lot of fun, and I actually planned to set one up for him. So, but it's kind of getting to the winter time. Perhaps I can plan that for next year, but I'll look into it and see if I can find something that's economical and not too expensive and get that, because it's an automatic retractable system. I'm pretty sure because it's a automatic retractable machine that it's going to require a motor, and it's probably going to cost a little bit more. So I'll look into it and see what happens. And I'm definitely plan for next year I can set one up in the backyard for him so he can actually play and have some fun and get some exercise, you know. So that's one thing. I did talk over the franchising opportunity with my business partner yesterday, and he seemed to be pretty interested. I mean, we had a long discussion, and obviously for anything there is risks involved. So I'll probably plan to use the next week or so to review the document, the financial disclosure document that they sent me, and come up with any questions and perhaps send it over to them. So get my questions answered before I actually make a decision. And it seems like it's not a very expensive franchise to take up, and part of it is because they're fairly new and not as established, and that's why you're getting a deal, right? So we'll see what happens. Definitely I want to pursue that, but I do want to look into it, so I want to make sure that I'm clear of the terms and what I'm getting myself into, right? And perhaps I can acquire a business partner so then we can actually work on it together instead of going in it myself. So, and needless to say, there's a lot of things to consider, especially I am still pursuing the online e-commerce side. Perhaps that this concrete, brick and mortar business will actually utilize some of my the skill sets that I learned in my course. So we'll see. Yep. And yesterday I went to a dance lesson with our smooth coach Charles, and it was awesome. He gave us a very simple Viennese waltz, basic bronze Viennese waltz routine that we can utilize for the nationals in about a month, and it seemed basic enough that we should be able to do fairly well. Perhaps not the perfect form and whatnot, but it should be pretty good, and we'll enjoy it at least, no matter how well we do or whatever, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine, and I'm very excited to actually learn it. And yeah, and I really appreciate that he actually drives like maybe probably 30-40 minutes to go over to the location, the park district that we practice at, and he always are willing to give us extra time, which I really appreciate, and which is good, right? I think he is starting, he is fairly new. I can't say he is like a brand new teacher, but in the independence world he's still fairly unknown, so he's trying to make a name for himself, so he's working hard to do what he can, and I'm glad to be part of his journey as well, and in the process that we can actually make progress and dance better. One last update is my workout and my keto. I have been on keto for about a week now. Yeah, about a week. I was going to start last week, but there's stuff that I was eating, so I didn't get to it, but I started this week, and earlier this week I was in keto flu. I didn't work out. It was so tough to do, and I feel like the keto flu has kind of dropped down since yesterday, because the workout doesn't seem as tough anymore. It's tough toward the end, but it's not as bad as before, where I can't even do past 5 reps, so that's kind of cool. And I tested my ketone, I think that's what's called the ketone indicator, and it was 1.8 yesterday, to my surprise. I don't think I ever got a number like that, but when I tried keto diet last year, I was actually using the test strips, so it doesn't really give me very accurate numbers, but I think I've gone to like the 0.8 color and perhaps darker. It's possible, but I I never really accurately tested myself using the blood tester. So I think I started out with like 0.6 on my first reading, and then it went up to like 0.8, and then it was like, so I was 0.8 about 2 days. Yeah, about 2 days before. And then yesterday, so like after 2 days of more ketosis, I went up to 1.8. So it's kind of cool. It's very exciting, and I think that is because I've been consistently trying to put workout in the morning, and that I think is really helping kind of boost the metabolism a little bit more to make sure I'm burning fat and using energy. So it forces my body to actually use burn more fat for energy. So I'm very happy about it. I'm gonna tomorrow there's a gathering with friends, and I'm not sure I can be very strict keto, but I will try to be. I'm pretty sure there will be a little bit of sugar consumed, but hopefully that won't kick me out of ketosis. But definitely I will continue this until I think my dance partner has a goal for his fat numbers. So once it hits the fat numbers, then that means I am allowed to have a cheat meal. That'll be very exciting. I haven't really figured out what I want to eat yet, but still very exciting. Something to look forward to. Hopefully it's the next week that we can do that. And yeah, that is all. I will continue with my life. Basically means dance, and also figure out what I want to do with my career, whether or not if that's continuing the e-commerce side or try out this franchising opportunity to open a coffee shop. And honestly, I'm actually very excited about it. I don't think I'm gonna make like $1 million, but who knows what's gonna happen. But I think I'll be doing something that I enjoy. I love coffee. I love smelling coffee, and I think owning a coffee shop, I have always wanted to own a coffee shop. I can't say this is my ultimate goal, like I can't do without it, but I have always thought about opening a coffee shop, and I think this will be a good opportunity for me, and I would definitely put some serious consideration and make sure it is what I want to do, and everything is, that I can accomplish what I want. So anyways, I bought a Halloween costume for my pup because in his training school they have a Halloween costume contest, and even if he's not going to win or anything, at least I want him to have a costume. And guess what it is? It is actually a pumpkin costume. If I can get it out from the bag, because I just got it. It's very cool. I know I'm driving. It's kind of dangerous, but looks like that. Isn't it cool? It's like a big pumpkin. So anyways, can't wait until he takes pictures with it and have fun with his friends in school. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.